I just gave the dog his one treat for the day. He's staring at me. I think he's getting too comfortable in front of my house. I mean, he really just hangs out like right outside the house. But like I told you, there's multiple fucking dogs, multiple stray dogs around in the neighborhood. And they be growling or making a bunch of noise at all wee hours of the morning and night. And speaking of dogs, there's a frequency to get rid of barking dogs or whatever on that channel that I mentioned to you guys about. Now I'm just kind of like going around the yard trying to see which trees I can actually try and attempt to do the grounding thing. But it seems that everywhere I go, there's fucking ants. So yeah, like, if I could just have at least one fucking tree that I can do the grounding thing, then I'll be fine, you know? But, yeah. I mean, I've showed you most of the yard, I believe. There's really nothing in the back of the house. There's these tiny little white, I don't know what the fuck they are. I already sprayed like one bunch, now I see another bunch. I have the fucking frequency playing on the swing. I think I might have had one like banana decompose, so I'm just like, oh man, what the fuck, like, you know, that's another thing is living out in the middle of nowhere when you're surrounded by nature is the trash issue. You know, anytime you have, like, let's just say you buy something sweet, right? So, like, I have a cake, like, leftover crumbs. I got to clean out the aluminum tin thingamajigger container. And, damn, this shit fucking hurts. What was I going to say? Did you hear that? So, every single fucking thing that you buy and you consume, you have to think about, okay, disposal, right? So first of all, you got to make sure that you eat it, consume it before it goes bad, because I told you everything spoils very quickly here because it's so hot. And it doesn't help that I'm trying to be cheap and not have my refrigerator on the highest setting. I actually have it on number 2 instead of like number 6 or whatever. Look, I know you guys can see up my nostrils. I'm still like trying to figure, like, this tree I'm looking at has fucking thorns, I think. There's at least 2 things here that has fucking thorns. Okay, yeah, that one. I'm looking at everything's got fucking ants. Like, because, you know, you're supposed to do the grounding on stepping on soil. Like, literally every single thing I stop at, I see fucking ants on it. So, I just don't understand. Like, I'm doing my best to try and clear out some space. Like, I'm looking at the ground. Like, I cleared out a brown spot of soil, hoping that I could, you know, just stand over it to do the grounding while I touch the tree. But of course it's taken over by ants on the fucking floor, on the ground. So yeah, and then of course, like, on that side with the flowers, there's a shit ton of bees. So I don't think that's the last thing I want, is to be stung by bees, right? Like, over here, I've got a bunch of banana trees. I'm looking at them, right? So really, I left like one leaf on pretty much each one of the trees. Because the problem is that when they get too big and tall or whatever, and then it rains, I told you, it's like a fucking waterfall. And it's like uprooted some plants. It's knocked over, you know, like at least 2 things. So regardless of how or what I do, like whatever method or tactic I employ, it doesn't matter. The end result is always the same. I always need to do more work. I'm the one who has to do it, right? So I'd rather just, nip it at the bud, so to speak. I'd rather just deal with the issue before it becomes an issue, is my point, right? And then, damn, I really don't know what the hell this... Can you guys see it? Like, dude, you can see it! This side of my lip is swollen. You see how swollen it is compared to this side? Dude, that's not good. Well, anyways, this is why I'm recording this. So I'm looking at this fucking line where this green fucking thing is, and of course, more ants. I killed ants yesterday, and of course, there's still yet more ants. So I really need to find, like, their nest or whatever. I'm just glad I, dealt with, like, probably... I'm sure I probably sprayed, maybe 1,000 or more. Just the other day when I told you I saw, like, a whole, lineup of it. It spanned, like, I would say at least 8 feet. So So it was from the tree trunk to, like, yeah, it was definitely, like, a few feet long, the trail of ants. So I'm back at the tree trunk area, and I don't see any more. So I remember this is the spot where I sprayed it. And I don't see the ants now. So that's a good... Oh, but I see ants on yet a different tree. So, yeah. I just need to figure out at least one tree where I can use that as my safe space for grounding, and then I'll feel good about, It's like all this hard labor in the yard, in my opinion, it has to amount to something positive. If I'm not getting anything positive out of it, besides, like, okay, every time I come outside and do all this yard work, yeah, of course... I need to move my body anyways. That's the reason why I push myself to do more than, I need to. Because really, I didn't do it, like, for the first month or so. I was just, like, waiting. I was, like, telling myself, I'll just wait until it gets to, like, time for the landlord to come inspect. And mind you, I've had the ultrasonic fucking shit playing the entire time today. And aside from this, like, I don't know what the fuck it is, but, like, I really have no idea if it was, like, a spider or whatever that stung me. Look, I know that fucking dog. I know that fucking dog wants me to, like, give him love, like, pet him and all that shit. 'Cause he'd be, like, trying to lock eyes with me and shit, and I try not to, I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I'm only gonna be here for, like, not even a year, so I don't want you to get, like, attached to me and shit. He's still standing right outside, so, yeah. Between the gecko poop and, of course, all the other things that I've already mentioned... And by the way, this shirt, I basically switch up between, like, my 2 long sleeve shirts when I'm doing the gardening work. So the first one is already, like, all drenched in sweat. It's just disgusting. Actually, yeah, I took off both layers, my t-shirt and the long sleeve hoodie. And of course, I told you there's, like, concertina wire around the property. So, and I think it looks kind of ugly. I mean, not that what I did looks any better, but, like, because, in the Marines, like, when we set up anything, like an exercise, yes, we set up concertina, but we also, like, try to camouflage it. So, like, the banana leaves that I cut off, I just kind of, like, try and throw it over to, like, hook it into the concertina to try and, like, cover up some of it. And I only have, like, 5 leaves hanging. Still, I'm looking at it. I know this is not, like, the best, angle, but, this is why I'm reality. Because, I cover like the full spectrum. It allows me to do so much more than, let's just say, somebody who only specializes in true crime or beauty, makeup, celebrity news or whatever, fashion, right? So I'm not limiting myself to only one thing. That's what I like, because I'm a fucking genius. Okay, that's like the only real positive self-talk that I do when I say that I'm a genius. Now I just need to figure out how to be a master at Scrabble. Now that's like the one thing I'm happy and grateful for, is the Scrabble game. I'm pretty addicted to it. Although I do have to say, like, I did try and... Uh-oh, I think it's gonna rain soon. All right, so I guess that's like my signal that I should like tidy things up, because I still need to do the grounding and I still need to wash my fucking plate. So yeah, it's like I already know it's gonna happen. So let me just shut the fuck up.